We meet on the country of the Turrbal and Jagera people, and we pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. And on behalf of all of you, I acknowledge their custodianship of the land and the waters on which we live. We're a continuation of the women's resistance fighting patriarchy. While we're experiencing a vicious setback right now, we will not comply. The setback has intimidated many previous feminists to abandon their earlier support for women's rights. And I'm sure we all know lots of those previous feminists. We won't abandon, and eventually we will prevail. I acknowledge that many women, especially lesbians, have lost their lives in the women's resistance. With the memory of those women in mind, we're part of the small but global rebirthing of the women's movement, the like of which I haven't seen since the 1970s. We are rebirthing. Yay! In the exercise of women's right to organise, to assemble, to express our opinions without fear of being disrupted. I acknowledge all of you for being a part of this struggle, and I welcome you to our 6th monthly street rally, though we've run previous street demonstrations without advertising the venue, and we ran our first IWD feminist rally for many years in 2018. We send our solidarity to the Iranian women who are resisting police authoritarianism and the imposition of male supremacy. It's ironic that many Brisbane leftists, and I put leftists in inverted commas, use social media to express their support for the Iranian women in their fight to be able to wear exactly what they want to wear. Yet when women in their own city fight for the basic right to have our own change rooms, our own fitting rooms and public toilets, the same Brisbane leftists call us bigots and threaten us. What's the difference? What's the difference? Is it a case of double standards? Does it show up the Brisbane left for its fake support of Iranian women? I believe it does. It's easy to shout support for women in another country while keeping the jackboots on the necks of women in your own country. The Queensland Attorney-General Shannon Fentiman attempts to make a virtue of her planned removal of women's basic rights. It is not a virtue to strip people of rights they've had for decades, especially while refusing to consult with them. And we've been asking for consultation for a long time. It's not a virtue to legislate for the affirmative model to convince kids who are gender non-conforming that they were born in the wrong body. Yet the Queensland government has legislated this way, and Queensland Labor MPs who know what a gross injustice both of these things are, who know the harms they bring, are too scared to speak up. They were too scared to vote down the Born in the Wrong Body law in 2020. It's likely they will be too scared to vote down the sex self-identification law. I have 2 requests of you. First, please support the IWD Brisbane Meanjin Facebook page. It's been going for 5 years. It's the only page in Brisbane that actively defends women's sex-based rights and children's safeguards. It needs support. If you haven't already decided to attend the public meeting on Saturday, 12 November, to say no to sex self-identification in Queensland, please consider attending. Please register to attend. Wednesday is the cut-off date. You will will not regret it, because you have the opportunity to listen to and learn from women who have much. You should hold this.
Why do you
Founder of women speaking Australasia at Paradise.
Why do you hate yourself?
Have
you ever heard of an African transfer? It's like, so you're saying we should have no rights as women? Only men should have any rights? Well, you're telling us
have four speakers today, and then we march. As always, we'll go left into George, right into Adelaide, right into Edward.
You can never be a boy, I'm sorry.
And then we go right into right engage.
I just want to get their faces.
No, that's just that. If you would like to speak on some aspect of the defence of women, girls, kids, lesbian and gay rights at our next public rally for up to 10 minutes,
Exactly what I
today, with a direct message via IWTCN. Can I now ask the feminist choir to join me? And the rest of you, please join me. Our march today will be slower than usual because we want to maximise the distribution of the flyers promoting the 12 November public meeting. Please help out today by distributing the flyers. A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. If a person
has a penis, he's a man. If a person has a penis, he's a man. Doesn't want to lose it, no he doesn't use it. If a person has a penis, he's a man. If a person has it, he's a man. If a person has a nutsack, he's a man. Take it, seal it, jiggle, feel it. If a person has a nutsack, he's a man. If he amputates his bits, he's still a man.
he will
Always be a guy. And a woman, he's a man.
Oh, thank you.